lot of people want to start businesses, but some of them might not be sure on how to price their goods or service. That's why today in this video, we're going to discuss how you can price your goods or service using Bowman strategy clock. Hi guys, welcome to Smiling Professor. My name is Bukola, and today in this video, we're going to discuss how you can price your goods or service using Bowman strategy clock.
Stay tuned, the Smiling Professor will be right back.
Welcome back again, guys. So before we go to discuss the topic of today, I want to say thank you to everybody who subscribed to my channel so far and has taken time out to comment on my videos. I want to say thank you to all of you for your support. If you're new here and you have not yet subscribed, please take time out to subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the red button below. I can see you going like, what is Bowman strategy club? Bowman strategy club is a strategy tool you can use because it provides options on how you can position your goods or service within a market base as it relates to price and perceived values to your customers. So using Bowman strategy clock, you can be able to choose a strategy when you're trying to enter a particular market, because Bowman provides you with 8 different strategies you can use. So it will be somewhere in this video, I think somewhere here. In the y-axis, you have the perceived value to your customers, and in the x-axis, you have the price that you can choose. So we're going to discuss each of these strategies. So we're going to start with the first strategy, which is low price and low added value. So if you choose to adopt this strategy, you will be producing goods or service at a low price, but it would also have a low added value to your customers. There are some advantages of adopting this strategy, and these include it is actually easy to enter the market with this strategy, as you don't need a lot of capital to produce the goods or service, because you're going to be selling them at low prices, at least as compared to other strategies. And also you might be able to build customer loyalty, and this leads also to the disadvantages. First of all, because it is easy to enter, the barrier of entering this market is quite low. You will get a lot of competitors, and you guys might end up having price wars where people keep trying to gain market share by reducing your prices. This could also result in low profit margins, and also people might have the perception that the goods or service you're providing is of low quality, and because of this, you might not be able to gain more customers. There are also other disadvantages. Another one is you might not be able to have sales because already the product or the service is priced at a low point. So you might not be able to have sales to attract other customers. And what happens with this strategy is that most of the times people focus on customer service because they want to gain market share from their competitors, so they always focus on customer service. Personally, I don't like this strategy because it has a low price, yes, but it also has a low perceived value to your customers. Instead of adopting this strategy, I think it might be better to adopt strategy 2, which is low price. With the second strategy, which is a low price strategy, you adopt a strategy where you price your goods or service at a low price, but it has a medium perceived value to your customers. So the difference between this strategy and the first strategy is the first strategy actually has a low perceived value, while this actually has a medium perceived value to your customers. So with this, there are also the same advantages. The first one is because it's priced at a low point, the capital you might need to run this business or to enter into this market might be low. It actually has a low barrier of entry, which might be good because you will not need a lot of capital to enter into the market. And also another advantage is you might be able to gain customer loyalty as compared to using the first strategy, because with the first strategy is also low price, but it has low perceived value to customers. But with this strategy, it's low price and medium added value to customers, so you might be able to actually have customer loyalty. But the disadvantages are also similar. Because there is low barrier of entry into the market using this strategy, most of the time you get a lot of competitors, and it turns into a price war where everybody is competing on price in order to gain market share and in order to keep your customers. And as I said, some people associate low price with low quality of goods, and you have to focus on your customer service with this strategy. So this leads to the third strategy, which is a hybrid strategy. If you're actually learning something today, please like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also share this video with your friends and your family. If you want to adopt a low cost strategy, I feel the hybrid strategy is the best strategy to use, because it has a low price but a high perceived value to customers. If your target is to price your goods or service at a low price but to have a high perceived value to customers, I feel you should adopt this strategy because it's actually very good. The advantage of hybrid strategy includes customer loyalty. So you will be able to gain and keep your customers because they'll be loyal to you. The reason being, you have a low price product or service but it has a high perceived value. Also, the barrier of entry into the market is also low, so you might not need a lot of capital to be able to enter into the market if you adopt this strategy. You might also be able to sell high volume of goods as people perceive your product or your service has a high value. So the disadvantages of this strategy is also similar to the last two. So because it's low barrier of entering into the market, you would have a lot of competitors and you guys might be competing on price. The strategies we just discussed are sometimes grouped as low cost strategy. If you're going to adopt a low cost strategy, I feel it's best you adopt the hybrid strategy just because you can price your goods or service at a low point but it has high value to your customers, and because of this you tend to keep your customers and make them happy. The only thing you have to worry about is your competitors and competing based on price, and also ensuring that you have good customer service just so that you can maintain the standard of customer service to your customers and keep your customers. So the next strategy, which is the fourth strategy, is the differentiation strategy. So this is when you as a company price your goods or your service at an average price, but your customers have high perceived value for your product or your service. So there are advantages to this. First of all, the obvious advantage is that you would have a higher profit margin because you're pricing your goods at an average price or at a medium price as compared to the other strategies we discussed previously. It might also be difficult for other companies to actually enter into your market because they will need way more capital. It leads to reduced competition. The disadvantage of this strategy is if you are not creating value or actually being innovative, you would lose customers because think about it. Why would somebody buy from you if your price is quite higher than someone who has adopted a hybrid strategy? So someone who has adopted a hybrid strategy has a low price but they also have a high perceived value for their goods or their service. For you who has adopted a differentiation strategy, you have an average price but a high perceived value. So if they compare and contrast, they might actually go for someone who has adopted a hybrid strategy if you don't have a unique selling point, if you're not creating something different, if you've not branded yourself as somebody who is presenting something new to the market. So you may lose customers if you don't do all of this. So if you're going to adopt a differentiation strategy, I feel you have to brand yourself properly. Make sure that you have something that is unique about you. You have a unique selling point. You're selling something that is different from everything in the market. You're actually creating value for your customers and you're being innovative because that's what's going to keep you in this strategy. This leads to the next strategy, which is focused differentiation strategy. So this is when you as a company, you have high prices for your goods or your services and you also have high perceived value by your customers. So with this strategy, think about luxury goods. So things like Gucci, Hermes, they have high prices for their goods or their services, but they also have high perceived value. The advantages of this strategy include customer loyalty. Most customers who buy these high price goods that have high perceived value, they tend to be loyal to their brands and they make sure that they always stick to that particular brand. Another advantage is low competition because you need a lot of money to actually produce these goods because they are of high quality or perceived high quality, so you get less competitors. But there are also disadvantages to this strategy. By choosing this strategy, you'll be focusing on a particular demographic, therefore eliminating some potential customers that you may have. You are also vulnerable to external factors such as if your chosen demographic cannot afford these goods or service anymore for some reason, such as a problem with the economy, you will be stuck with these goods and you wouldn't be able to make profit from it because you have produced high quality goods and you would have to sell them at a high price. You would also have to be innovative and creative for you to keep pricing your goods and service at this high price. The key here is if you choose to adopt a differentiation strategy, make sure that you are producing goods of high quality and you're being innovative and creative, and there's something different about your goods and your service, because for you to maintain this strategy, you must actually be adding value to your customers and there must be something different about you. You must have a unique selling point, something that differentiates your goods and service from every other goods or services in the market. The key here is to have a good unique selling point. If you're actually learning something today, please like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also share this video with your friends and your family. So the next strategy we're going to discuss is risky high margins. So I don't think anyone should adopt this strategy, and you'll find out why. Because to adopt this strategy as a company, it means that you have goods and services with an average perceived value by your customers, but it has high price. So what this means is that your customers actually feel that whatever goods or service you're providing is actually of average quality, but the price you're charging for it is really high. So you tend to lose a lot of market share if you do this, and customers leave you and your business might actually fail. That is why it is called risky high margins. So we're going to go to the next one, which is monopoly pricing. With monopoly pricing strategy, you as the seller or as a company, you determine the price of your goods or your service because you may be the only one in the market. So you are not worried about competitors, but this is also risky because if another company gets into your market, they might actually take your market share, because with monopoly pricing, the customers don't actually feel that they are getting high value for the goods or the service you have to offer. If you're going to adopt this strategy, you have to be aware of external forces that might actually influence your monopoly in the market. The last strategy we're going to discuss today is called loss of market share. So this strategy is not desirable for any business for any reason, because it means that you are actually producing goods or services that your customers perceive have no value, and this is like the worst thing you can do as a business owner, because one of the key functions of you as a business owner is to create value for your customers, and if you're not able to do this, then there's no need for you to be in business, and you're definitely going to lose your market share and your business might not be successful. So if you find yourself in this position, the best thing to do is to rebrand, to re-strategize, to retrain your employees, to adopt new good business processes, also good business practices, just so that you can get yourself out of this strategy to other strategies that may be best for you. So these are the 8 strategies in Bowman Strategy Clock. I know that today we focused on the simple explanation of this strategy, but we didn't talk about the internal and external factors that might actually influence you choosing this strategy. We also discussed the advantages and disadvantages of each of the strategy. If you want me to discuss more into details, please let me know down in the comment section, because I could also discuss the factors to consider before you adopt each of the strategy, and also the internal or external factors that might influence your decision. I want to say thank you so much for watching. Please put your comment down below so I could know you watched till the end. And I want to say thank you to everybody who subscribed to my channel so far. If you're new here and you have not yet subscribed, please take your time out to subscribe to my new channel by hitting the red button below. Also like and share my videos, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you always know when I upload. Thanks guys, see you next week. Bye guys.